Good day, viewers. Welcome to Gampi Talk Show. I am Suleiman Haruna, your uncle. Today's program is going to be an interesting one. The reason why, having one of my esteemed colleagues in the house, we're going to discuss issues of both political, economical, whatever you think of. Today is going to be one of the biggest show of the year. The reason why is that the year is coming to an end. For that reason, we're going to give you the best wishes. First, compliment of the season to everyone watching us. Stay tuned while we give you bit by bit in today's show. Like I said, I have one of my big colleagues in the house who is a public affairs analyst, also one of the great discussants when it comes in terms of politics and then social welfare. Mr. Ogrima, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I believe today is going to be a big one, very interesting one, having you in the house.
Definitely.
Because some of the colleagues has maybe made their way to their various destination.
And they leave us behind.
That is so serious. Welcome, people. Today, it's like the whole system now. Let's start from the political angle. What are your experiences now? And then what do you think the next year is going to be, both financially and otherwise? Give me your insight so that the viewers at home can actually have the taste of your experiences and then how dogged you are when it comes in terms of political and public affairs. Thank you again.
Thank you. Viewers, welcome to the show. This is Gampi Talk Show. You see, we all are aware of.
Like I said, let's start it from political angle.
Yes.
Yes.
The electoral law.
Yes. It is not yet 26 or 27.
Yes.
You can see some exercise
going on.
What exactly? Is that not against the Electoral Act?
Definitely, it's against the Electoral Act.
Then
because
why?
Because INEC have the time frame within which to commence campaign. You get it? So we are, let me say, 18 months to election. People are starting campaign. And they hide it under the coat of door-to-door mobilization. What are you mobilizing?
When the institution that has that jurisdiction to declare has not yet declared.
I have not made any statement. And we jump into campaign.
Instead, we believe the best thing now is on how can the government give us a productive, the benefit of democracy or what we have worked for. Instead of, that is to my own opinion.
Who is matching the same law? Is it not the government? Mind you, that the parties in power and the opposition, they are all government.
Government of the people.
Yes.
By the people.
For the people.
That is serious.
The party in power is doing campaign. So can you stop the opposition? You cannot charge me for the same crime committed.
Are we truly observing the rule of law as being campaigned here and there?
Rules of law? Who make it? And who violate it?
No. To me, I believe it's a political party that is violating
the political party is a name. That name is being driven by individuals.
Or a collective individuals.
Yes. So who violated it? And who made the law? The custodian of those laws is even helpless, which is INEC.
What do you mean?
They're helpless. They can't do anything. Or if you try to take APC to court or stop them from
campaigning,
who appointed you? Who will dismiss you? Take them to court. Who is the controller of that court? Who owns the court?
that is, he who paid the piper dictates the tune.
You see, you don't have to hide your mouth and say it. That's the position. You see, most of our laws are not good respected in this country.
Then the laws are made for the low privileged one, and then the higher and mighty.
That is one. Then two, they have started. So others are following. How can you turn back and begin to back those who follow suit of what you have commenced? But if at all it is opposition that started, then you would have feared the voice of the parties in power that they are violating the electoral law. So all of them, including myself, all of us, contribute to the violation of law. You cannot stop any other party. Whatever you tag you want to be, they'll tag their own to be the same thing. So
he said to actually start analyzing the level at which the government has actually given us an input or the development at which level we are. Instead, it is all about campaigning for the next, is it 2027 election that we still have some months ahead.
Let me tell you, campaign is now run from beginning of tenure to another tenure.
But that shouldn't be it. Then what is the reason?
And that is because we are not respecting the law. Every man to himself. Okay. According to what they said, the of blessed memory, former President Muhammadu Buhari signed into law that no legislators would defect from a party to another party. Some of them have started defecting now, and the law is silent about it.
No, on that, I believe it is said that where there's crisis, and then that crisis is known to the law or to the act,
Let's not deceive.
You can actually switch from a particular party to another one.
Let's not deceive ourselves.
In a situation that the crisis is actually being recognized and known to the law.
Recognized by who?
And who by the law?
And who created the crisis? Who made the law? Who created the crisis?
No,
who is fighting? And where are they fighting? Let me tell you.
But there are those who actually administer each political party.
Can I say something?
Okay.
INEC is a creation of law.
Yes.
Law is the creation of statement. It is a statement you make that will both agree that become law that bind us together. If such law is being violated, it is not spirit that violated it. It is you and I that violated it. Now, they make a loophole that, okay, when the party is in crisis, you can defect. Did you get that? Now, who created the crisis?
Because it's known by nature that definitely there could be crisis.
Okay, fantastic.
In a situation that such crisis.
I know what I'm going to. Just listen to me. There's a crisis. And you defected from party A to party B. Upon your arrival in party B, and you met another crisis there, what do you do?
That's why I said it's a natural phenomenon.
It is natural phenomenon, but it is natural phenomenon for crisis to occur.
Yes.
It is natural phenomenon for a woman to get married to a man. But when you are busy complaining that Mr. A has a problem and you divorce, Mr. B has a problem and you divorce, Mr. C has a problem and you divorce, you become a divorce master.
That only goes by emotional.
Eh?
That goes by emotional. That's why I said
that same thing applied in politics.
But
that you cannot keep jumping from one party to another like a prostitute who's on the street
the same
looking
law,
for a customer.
yes, the same law has given them
If
the
you are
window.
jumping from one party to another,
Yeah.
whom do you expect to fix the problem in that party?
Those who created the problem. Because there are still people who are left behind or who are still in the party. Those people were expected to fix whatever the crisis.
What is your relevance in that party then? You're not relevant.
Because he has discovered that what he has as an idea that brought them together there, it is no more in connecting that could make him to stay.
Okay.
But however,
and you decide and
he decided to leave
and join another
party.
And that
might be favorable to him.
And that same party have ideology.
Yes.
The same people who he left in party A
yes.
to party B
yes.
will come and join him in that party.
Yes.
And another crisis will happen. Then the person will jump again to another party.
Mm-hmm. Just like I said, the constitution actually give a window to that. That is, if such continue, you can actually
That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. That when they make the law, they also create a loophole, an escape route, so they can keep defecting and defecting.
Are we saying now that, okay, whenever either maybe a certain issue, a particular individual is no more satisfied, the only thing he jumps out of the boat.
Yes.
Instead of him to be part of those who
stabilize it.
Okay, and then that is the loss of ideas.
That's what I enjoy it. And that's what gives them wings to fly anyhow. And I make reference to this. If let me make this statement. If a building engineer make mistake in the foundation for architecture, make mistake in the foundation, and the building collapse, it affects those who are living there. But those who make the law, if they make mistake, it affects every individual and collectively. Now they have formed the habit of jumping from one party to another without limitation. Is it a good idea? Can people who is employed in the ministry jump from one ministry to another?
No, there are
without a procedure.
There are procedure. That is why I said then that there are procedure. The act actually gives
some people win election, they won an election. Before they swear in, they have jumped to another party.
Maybe he's no more comfortable with what he made.
So the party will give you the opportunity to become a representative of the people. You're no longer comfortable in that.
What do you in this scenario? What do you advise?
There should be a limitation to defection. You cannot jump from one party to another.
I believe within the act,
yes.
there is every reason that such a person, if you are within the party and then you are not comfortable with such an act, you can approach the court to actually address that. Has there any of the political members has actually does that?
Who will do that?
That is a member of a political party.
It takes a political will to do that. It takes a sincere heart to do that. Someone who have the mentality of jumping from one party to another cannot approach National Assembly for such. Even those outside the parliament.
No, the National Assembly is not in the best position to address. I believe it is the court that has that jurisdiction.
No, the court of
the parliament can only maybe
I am talking about
the Electoral Act.
I am talking about court.
The courts don't have jurisdiction.
So I'm saying I did not mention court.
Okay. No, you said. I thought you are talking about the parliament.
Yes, I said members of the parliament.
Yes.
It takes someone who have a sincerity, hmm,
Yeah.
to raise such issue for an amendment or creation of another body that will manage political party, not campaign. Did you get that? Not campaign. That you cannot jump from one party to another. There should be some sort of a procedure. That's why you can see someone go to bed on like 31st December with the winning extra party, and 1st January it's another party.
So it comes.
By the end of February or by the end of January, he has jumped from that party to another. If you bring in a rule,
okay, that means the act should be amended to take care of such situations.
yes, of
That will make it difficult for any of these political members jumping from one party to another. But some of them just said there are reasons which they too justify that form their reason of moving from one particular party to another party.
that reason is not just
It's not justifiable.
Yes, of course.
But I believe the citizen too can actually approach court. Or is it only the party members that can actually do that?
No, you cannot approach court.
Since you are not a member. Of,
No, you cannot approach court.
okay, it is an internal.
Court cannot tell that the individual should not defend. It has to be a law, either in INEC Act or an independent body.
What I mean is that if an individual approaches court, that is such Mr. A, in line with the constitution of our party, left the party, knowing fully there are rules.
There's no political party. There's no constitution of any political party that have that.
No, but the act provides for that. That you can't just move from a particular political
Are
party.
you talking about the 1999 constitution as amended?
The Electoral Act, yes, provides for that. You
Which
can't
part
I
of the
can't actually vividly quote such now, but I know vividly there are provisions for that. There are procedure. You cannot just.
There's no provision for that in the Electoral Act. There's no provision in the National Constitution. Neither was there any provision from the constitution of any political party that if you want to defect.
No, I don't mean the constitution of a particular party.
I am telling you
within
now that
the act,
three.
In the act, the Electoral Act, yes.
There's no space.
There's a provision. But however, let's leave that. But we know it is never an idea to be condoned, especially in a society where we are, that we believe we have grown to a level of understanding the peculiar nature of our political exercise. But however, like this has still becomes a problem, that a member of a particular party, just because he has now seen that a particular party is the ruling party, forgetting those who actually gave him the mandate,
Yes.
because he do not win on the mandate of such a particular party. I believe, like people do say, we should be part of the advocacy that if any member who has win or who a particular position from a particular political party who decamp from that particular party, that the seat of such a member should be declared vacant.
That is what Mr. President did, signed into. It's not been practiced. It's not been enforced. There are a lot of senators and House of Rep members, including state assembly members, that have defected from their party to another. Was the seat declared vacant? Has INEC conducted any election in reference to that? No. Nothing.
Let's come back to this very issue. That is, we are in a season now that there are lots of activities here and there. then we watch out there that the ways and manner people expenditures far increase than what we used to witness. What are the reasons? Does it mean this is the only special month within this, the 12th calendar month, that people have just forgotten that the whole effort being made all over the year or throughout the 12th calendar month? One will just between 30 days waste of that struggle. And then by the next year again, he will be complaining, either shifting such a blame to the government or to somebody else that has caused such a detriment. Whereas he himself has been the base. What do you think are the mentality, and then how do you think people can actually change from such mentality?
As a Nigerian who is living in Nigeria, we know that irrespective of
Your religion,
your
faith,
your
region,
your region, your affiliation, your understanding, we have this
social kind of participations
that we want to spend from what we have. And this is not peculiar to this season alone. As a matter of fact, this period have two seasons. The end of the year and the new year. The Christmas is there. So let's put it together as two. End of the year and the new year is one. The Christmas is one. Now, without these two,
must we spend all that we have earned over the years or over the months?
No. Without these two, this is the season
of merriment.
That the year is going to an end.
That has to take over all your expenses.
You get me right?
Giving you unnecessary expenses.
So this time around, I've given people opportunity to travel.
Good.
You get me right? So traveling alone, people travel with their family, that, oh, I want to go and see my people in my village, my hometown, and all that. That alone incur expenses. Then it is good that when you're going home, you should buy one or two things. If you look at it, that brings, before you know, it has amount to accumulate to a huge amount of money. The same thing during Salah festive, particularly the Eid al-Kabir.
Is it mean that Nigerians do not have culture on how to manage finances?
It's across the whole world. It's across the world. It's not peculiar to Nigeria. I know there are a few countries who doesn't do that. But if you look at it from the numbers of countries across the whole world, and they have to support this period, you will definitely know that.
When you make an expenses that are not economically justifiable, does that make sense? I'm sorry.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But there are some certain situations that will drag you into that. Like as I said, I was even thinking maybe you're talking about the high cost of transportation, foodstuff. But this time around, you see a place that I used to travel to with by road with 20,000 naira.
Yeah, that comes because of the demands.
But it does not change. It does not add any add any
the
value.
Attitude of the people. It does not change.
No, what I'm saying, it does not add any value. That the demand is high at that time does not bring extra cost to the service provider. Why do you now have to increase?
You know, in economic terms, it is said that the higher the demand, ordinarily,
the higher the price.
Yes.
The lower demand, the lower the price.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And then the higher the supply, the lower the price.
Yes.
Yes. The higher the demand, the higher the price.
Right.
Because everyone is in a hesitation to leave one destination to another. And then the service provider takes advantage of that in making huge amount of money at the end of the day, which will be at the detriment of those.
When you're talking about Nigerians who are spending unnecessarily, those service providers who have increased the fare or who have increased the amount of their of their of their product.
Yes, of their services.
The
Yes.
services and
Yeah.
the product. Were they not part of those who spend excessive?
Because he's an entrepreneur who takes an opportunity to make money or to increase his finances.
I am talking about expenses.
Exactly. Exactly. Because the service provider now takes the opportunity because you are in need. You are seriously in need. The only way for him to make money at that particular period of time is to increase. Increasing the money, it has no effect to the receiver. But it's only the consequences comes later, which some people do not take note. It's only at the end of the day the complaints emanate.
Mr. Sule, allow people to enjoy
this period.
Let
and then at the end of the day comes what? Consequences.
The consequences, nobody have died because I travel home for December period, and by the time I was in January, because I don't have money, and I died.
But it is so concerned. There are concerns. Because just imagine that two of your friends who returns back or who returns not quite time, who seriously in need of your help, one way or the other. What do you do to that effect?
We are always in need of help.
Knowing fully what has caused the demand from your friends.
Do you know that by the ratio of program that used to happen from January to December, it is during the December period that the program are most observed.
Okay, those who are within that service makes their own money at that particular time.
A lot of people look at it that okay, December is a time that people are resting. People have opportunity to travel. You get me right? Some people even shift their own leave to December. So to enable them relax with their family, travel home to meet with a lot of people and responsibilities. Now, even in an organization, they call it annual general meeting. It is usually held, most organizations usually held that program during December. But I think from September down to December.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ogirima. What should be your final note to some of our friends who has actually traveled? So that that pressure will not be.
I wish them.
I wouldn't want to be a witness when that pressure comes. But however, what is your advice?
My advice is that those who have traveled, I wish them safe return. Those who are here to travel, I wish them safe journey and a safe return. But they should be conscious of the way they spend.
Thank you, Mr. Ogirima. Thank you, viewers at home. You heard from the horse's mouth. But to me, I enjoy you to stay safe, spend wisely, so that you don't come back or you don't return lamenting with lamentation. Thank you so much. Until some other time when we'll be bringing you another interesting program. Thank you so much, and thank you for staying tuned. Thank you.